Hi guys, how are we? Look where I'm at. Isn't this beautiful? I'm right on the corner of Highway 88 and Highway 49 or something. I don't know, 88 and 89, just on the way to Lake Tahoe. So it's right outside Lake Tahoe. I wanted to take a minute to do a weekly reading. You guys, I really want to be more consistent with these readings. I've made myself a schedule. I made myself a list of questions and things that I'm going to focus on. I'm going to be shifting what I'm doing here from doing just kind of like impromptu readings about what the energy is to kind of give us just some day-to-day advice to I really want to start focusing on helping people recognize where to set boundaries in their lives. I know that a lot of people like me, with I guess particular kind of upbringings or particular like emotional predispositions, we find that we're so sorry, it's so windy, oh my gosh. We find that we're so willing to give up our needs in favor for the needs of other people, and I want to help other people recognize like where we're allowed to set boundaries, why we can set boundaries, and how we can set boundaries. And I really am coming up with a really cool program for empaths and sensitives to figure out how to do that, how to have like a level of kind confrontation between themselves and the people that they love, so that we're not just focusing on just, I don't know, just to be kind, to be authentic, but be stern. There's a lot. I'm really excited for some of the stuff that I'm about to bring up. However, what I wanted to do is I'm going to do weekly readings every Sunday, okay? So you guys have something to look forward to, and you can kick my ass if I don't follow through with it, okay? So every Sunday, this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to do a past, present, and a future, because this is going to be for a weekly. So I want to know what we're leaving behind in our reading, and then what is currently being embodied, and then what we're going to be seeing a little bit later on in the week. So the past, the present, and the future. Interesting. Okay, cool. So for the past, we have the 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 8 of Swords. So this card, as you can see, it's a woman being kind of coaxed from the top of a tower by the moon. And I think that this is kind of reminiscent of the idea of the fact that we just left our full moon phase. And a lot of the time people say, oh, it's a full moon, it makes people crazy. And I think that, I don't know, maybe to some extent. I know that being a woman, our biology is a little bit different in relation to the moon. But I think that this is just showing that we're about to leave behind an episode where we're feeling a bit out of control of ourselves, and a little bit like, I feel like we're feeling really ungrounded, like we're really disconnected from reality and disconnected from the rest of our life, and disconnected maybe from our relationships, because in a lot of places we're being forced to go back into shutdown mode. And I know that for myself, I haven't been able to go to work for a while, and it kind of creates a level of like distance where I don't know about you, but like I'm not eating very well. I'm not reaching out to a lot of people, and people are reaching out to me, making sure that I'm okay. And I think that that's just kind of a sign of the times, that we're all feeling a little disconnected, and we're all kind of concerned with the people closest to us, and that's okay. I think that's something that we should actively maintain. However, just to show that we need to find ways to be able to ground ourselves again, so that we're not just allowing ourselves to be off in la la land. What's happening right now, or what's about to be the most current theme, is the King of Swords. So kings always represent, like if they come up in a reading, they either represent you or they represent someone in your life. And I think that this is showing, like, look, he's got this little demon gremlin that's holding on to the earth. And I think that we are being asked to find a way to be impartial about our world. We have so much potential, and we have so much opportunity that's coming, but we're also being asked to look at our life realistically and authentically, and to be stern. The swords are always a level of a mentality, and of kind of, a lot of people don't like when they come up, because they can be a little objective for people's taste. It comes up and it reminds you that there's something that's right and there's something that's wrong, regardless of how you feel about it. And I think that that's a lot of what's happening in the world, is we're having to recognize how we feel about things, and are we going to be able to come to terms with the fact that things are not always going to be the way that we want them to. We don't have control over everything, and we need to find a way to just be able to respond kindly and respond properly to this information that we may not like, or to put our foot down. We need to ground ourselves, and we need to put our foot down. We need to stop allowing people to take advantage of us. We need to stop allowing ourselves to kind of give away our power. And I think that that's probably the most important lesson that we're getting right now. What things do we want to see being embodied in our life moving forward? That's what the child is, the child holding onto our earth. What ways what things do we want to see starting to manifest in the world, instead of just offhandedly being like a creation of something else? How can we actively create this world that we're living in? Moving forward, it's the Chariot card. So this will be kind of towards the end of the week, moving into the front. So Chariot is about transition, and it may actually be like physical transition. I know for myself, I have a lot of business stuff coming into the works, and this is about actually recognizing what vehicles for change that we have. What are the ways, like the actual tangible ways, are we going to be able to make change in our life? Like, how can we do better at our jobs? How can we do better in our relationships? What does doing better mean? How does that affect other people? How does that affect us? How can we affect other people? Just all these things, all the little details that maybe we sometimes look past because either they're too hard to think about or they're outside of our control. But I think it's really important that we look at very specifically the details of our lives and how we have an impact on the world around us, how we have an impact on the people around us. That's a lot. At least that's what I'm getting from all this, is that it's no longer are we going to be able to just let things happen offhandedly. We need to start taking control over our life. We need to start taking control over our decisions. And like for me, I've made a schedule for myself. I have sat down and made an actual marketing plan. I think there's animals over here. What specifically, what ways are we able to create change in our life, you guys? I'd really love to hear some feedback. If anyone wants to message me, or if anyone wants to comment or like below or subscribe to my channel, you'll see this on Instagram and you'll see this on my YouTube as well. Like I said, I'm trying to be more consistent, and I really would love to see other people's feedbacks on what are you changing in your life? What things are you like being forced to really confront and forced to really start getting done? You guys, there's been so many things that I've put off, thinking like, oh man, I don't know how to do it yet, like I want to take another class before I know how to do this, or oh, I'm going to put it off until I have the actual time. And then today and yesterday and a couple days before, I just realized I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of feeling out of control of my life. I'm tired of feeling like I don't know what to do. I know what to do, and I know how to find the power inside myself and the strength in myself to achieve this and to do it. Anyway, so that's what I got for this week. Today is not November, it's December 6th. My birthday's in a month. Yay! I'll be 29. Happy end of your 20s, Christy. Anyway, you guys, right on. Thank you very much. I look forward to hearing some feedback from you guys, and I look forward to speaking to some of you later on in the week for some other readings I have. Okay, thank you.